Who you are is wondrous. Who you are is beauty beyond measure. Who you are is the source, expressing in this density of reality. Soon you will know that you are the God I am. It is called coming home. You have created yourselves in this incarnation, that you may bear witness and that you may contribute to the changes which are coming, the changes to occur on your planet. You do not have so much time to wait. It is imminent. For each one of you, there is a yearning within your breast to experience these changes, to experience the change in the consciousness of humanity, the change within your earth itself. And she indeed is quickened. The words you have will not describe the ecstatic explosion, nor can you imagine how you will all be in that time, when every atom and molecule upon this planet, and the whole planet herself, will radiate with divine light. Such exquisite beauty is beyond imaginings. And when the transition has taken place, there will be beings flocking to your planet to sing the wildest hosannas, in joy and jubilation, in thanks and blessings. And those beings will be the unseen ones. They will be the beings from the other worlds who do not appear as you do, and yet you will be able to perceive the divinity in all things. It will not matter the shape and the size. You will perceive the Godhood in all. It will be most magical. That which is humanity is indeed star-seated. Eons before your time, before the time of your history, the star people have seeded your planet. And indeed the star people have never been far from humanity. Always in these thousands upon thousands of years, there have been many comings and goings. In your ancient books, there is much writing which has become what is called mythology. Indeed, the star people are not Godhood any more than you are. The only difference really at this time is that the star people indeed know that they are expressions of divinity, and humanity has forgotten. The humanity of this planet lives in what is called separation of self from self. You have forgotten that every facet of who you are is indeed an expression of divinity. Now, many of humanity in this time believe that this physical life is indeed your what is called one shot at it. It is not so. Reincarnation is indeed a fact, whether or not you believe it. Now, some of the other religions indeed do talk about reincarnation, but there is much dogma attached to this belief that is not in line with what is called universal truth. Now we will touch on that briefly, because it is important that you understand. And many of what you understand to be Eastern religions which talk of reincarnation, there is a thought that what you do today, you get punished for tomorrow. And we are speaking in lifetimes, not in actual days. It is not so. When you think of punishment, you are thinking of judgment. And indeed, there is no judgment of who and what you are outside of your own mind. There is no such thing as a universal judgment. It is important that you understand this, because as we speak further unto you, you will come into an understanding that one of these things that cause the separation of self from self is judgment. Indeed, the very harsh judgment you have of self. Now reincarnation, the wheel of life, some of your ancient religions name it, it is indeed rather like a wheel. However, we may say it like this. There is that which is called soul energy, and the soul energy is indeed part of the knowing of its own divinity, with each incarnation. With each lifetime, aspects of the persona, if you like, goes back to the source, and the thread continues on to the next lifetime. We have noticed a quite amusing characteristic when people are becoming involved in what is called past lives. Past lives. Everybody is interested in who and what they were. Now, the truth is, you have been everything, every facet of every human you are, whether or not you understand this. Of course, humans are very happy when people would tell them that they have been Cleopatra or Napoleon. And then somebody will say, but it is impossible because indeed I was Cleopatra. Now, the truth is that there are probably thousands who are part of the soul energy of the entity known as Cleopatra. Do you understand? The aspects return to the source, and as they come forth again, so it is dispersed, and as the wheel continues, so there are more and more and more. And ultimately, dear ones, all are part of one. There is no separation. You are everything that has ever existed. That is what you are. Now, when humans are birthed, and let us speak of this moment in time, as they are birthed and come into this persona that they have chosen and the family situation which they have chosen. So they are already integrating within all those aspects of all of humanity. What you are indeed is looking outside of yourself to reflections of who you are. When you are still a babe, you tap into what is called the collective consciousness of humanity. And so you are coming into a belief structure, which is common to your culture, that which is your country, that which is your race. And as you know full well, it varies from country to country, and indeed from parts of a country to parts of a country. What is common to all is judgment, the invalidation of you as a child, and it is from this judgment and invalidation of who you are that you learn judgment, that you learn to invalidate who you are. And so, by the time you come to your adult years, it is already set in concrete. You have started to invalidate that which you be. That is why it is so painful for you to look at who you are, and so you project the judgment outside of yourself. It is for you to know truly that everything that exists outside of yourself is merely a reflection of that who you be. There is no facet of human behavior that you have not been. You have been what is termed victim, and you have been what is termed perpetrator. It is important for you to understand that you create your own reality, absolutely. That who you are is grand, powerful energy, but you do not know your own power. You have no idea what wondrous, creative, multidimensional entities you truly are. But dear ones, now is the time for you to come into this understanding. This time is a time of great change. There is a cyclic change of your earth. There is also the change of consciousness of humanity, a time which will be fear-filled for many. But it is for you to know that indeed you are creating everything, and you may change everything. You may create the changes with fear or with love. If you create the changes with fear, you will come to know the desolation and devastation of your planet. If you truly are in understanding that it is you who creates reality, then it is you indeed who may create a wondrous paradise. That if you go forth with courage, with love in your heart, then indeed there is no need for the devastation, and you will certainly, as time goes by, understand that nothing is set